Growing up, my mom was always good at baking. When I thought of home, I thought of the sweet smell of cookies and brownies in the oven. She would often tell me, no one is born a great cook, but one must learn to become one. I now know even the simplest of recipes take lots of practice, and not everyone has the skills on how to bake. So today, I'm going to teach you how to make brownies from scratch. So I will first talk about the ingredients you will need. Then I will talk about how to combine and mix your ingredients. And finally, I will talk about different ways of serving your finished product. The first step to making these brownies is you will need to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Second, you will need to get out all your ingredients and utensils you'll need to make the brownies. You're first going to need a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 cup of flour, 1 cup of sugar, a stick of butter, 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate morsels, a teaspoon of vanilla, a 4th teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, and you'll also need a large mixing bowl, an 8x8 baking pan, and a rubber spatula. First, you will start off by melting the butter and the chocolate together. So you're going to have the 1 stick of butter and the 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate morsels, and you're going to put them in the microwave for every 30 seconds and take them out and stir them every 30 seconds till they're completely melted. After you have melted the butter and the chocolate together, just set it over to the side and leave it because we're going to mix it in later. Okay, after that, we're going to combine all of the rest of our ingredients into a large mixing bowl. So we're going to start off with the half teaspoon of baking soda, the cup of flour, the 1 cup of sugar, the 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and the 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and lastly the 2 eggs. And just crack the eggs over the side of the bowl like this. Okay, after you have combined all those, mix them really well together. Make sure you incorporate all of your ingredients before adding the chocolate and butter. After you have mixed all your other ingredients, you can then add in the melted chocolate and butter into the mixture. After your ingredients are completely combined and incorporated together, you will have a batter that looks something like this. You will then need to spray your baking pan on the inside using like a non-stick spray. After, you will need to pour your batter into your baking pan and make sure the mixture is evenly distributed throughout the pan. Last, after your brownies are evenly distributed throughout the pan, you will need to place them in the oven for 25 minutes. After the 25 minutes, you will take the brownies out of the oven using an oven mitt, and you will leave them to cool for another 20 minutes before serving. In conclusion, today I have demonstrated how to make brownies. I first told you about the ingredients and supplies you will need. I then talked about how to mix the ingredients, and finally I gave you some tips and different ways of serving brownies. I hope my demonstration taught you simple techniques and unique ways of serving brownies, just like my mom showed me. I also suggest you practice making simple recipes and learn the basic principles of baking, because I have learned it takes a lot of practices before you can become an excellent cook.